Hello, adventurers! If your NPCs are all starting to sound like the same boring guard, don't fret. Today I'm going to talk to you about 4 techniques that you can use to make your NPCs stand out, and not only that, make them memorable. Stick around. First of all, you want to give NPCs personalities. It's easy to forget about this because when you're put on the spot, usually the first thing that comes to mind is, oh shit, what do they sound like? But don't forget, personalities are just as important. Is your NPC a grump, a silly prankster, a wise mentor? Give your NPCs some unique quirks and characteristics that make them stand out from the crowd. If you want a quick hack, make a list of actors, characters, and people you admire, and think about their personalities. You can take bits and pieces from them and add them to your NPC. Things like the way they walk, the volume of their voice, these are all things that will make your NPC different from others. Another thing to think about is their backstory. What is their history? For your next NPC, ask yourself these 3 questions. Where do they come from? What things do they value most in the world? And how did they get to be here on the day they met your party? Thinking about these 3 easy steps is a great way to build a real history for your NPC. Where they come from will give you an idea of their accent, culture, even appearance maybe. Thinking about their values will force you to think about how they will react if the party does A or B. And thinking about their road up to this point gives you an understanding of how the world has shaped them. Trust me when I say that the moment your NPCs have a history and backstory, they will become real for you as well as your players, and this will translate into your performance. Now let's talk about making your NPCs interactive. You want to make sure that your NPCs aren't just there to provide information, but they actually have a role in the world around them. I've said this before, they don't just stand there frozen in the T-pose when you leave the area. They will go on to do their jobs, their families, their lives. What this looks like varies from NPC to NPC, but they don't live in their shops or guard stations, so actually think about what they do when they are off duty, because sometimes this can be the most interesting of answers. This will make them feel real and your world as well. And lastly, voice and appearance. When it comes down to it, not everyone is a voice actor, not everyone has the time to think about every single character in their game. But there are some things you can do that will make your NPCs stand out. Try changing the speed and tone of your voice for different NPCs. And if you really want to go above and beyond, give them a unique look. This could be anything from a distinct hairstyle or hat to scars, disfigurements, or even tattoos. The more unique your NPCs look, the more memorable they will be. The bottom line is to think of them like a real person. You don't need to spend hours thinking about their history, but even a minute or 2 of thought is sure to change your character building. I hope this helps. Let me know in the comments below what you want to learn next and what you do to make your NPC stand out. Forge on, my friends, and we'll see you next time, adventurers.